Again, I did not use Mary Kay before I started. I didn't know anything about direct sales. I didn't know anything about Mary Kay. I was completely green. You know way more about Mary Kay than I do when I first started, all right? So I was actually working a corporate job, and I was also working a part-time job. I was working about between 60 and 80 hours a week when I first started Mary Kay. And I was living in Branson at the time. I was married at the time. I'm not married anymore, but kind of was like a homebody. I had no friends. I had no life. I didn't do anything. I just worked and I went home, and I worked so much. Even when I was home, I was working all the time. My job I was married to my job, okay? A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel like they're paycheck to paycheck. I was paycheck to paycheck. I never had any money between paychecks because I would spend it on bills and I had no money in between. So that's kind of my sad life at the time where I was when I started Mary Kay. Well, my friend Hannah, I ran into her and she was telling me about Mary Kay. And so I went over to her house and I'm like, man, your house is awesome. Your house is way better than mine. And she made more money than me. She was younger than me, driving her seventh at the time, free car. Now she's on like number 11 or something. Free car, and she had a very flexible schedule. She was able to stay home with her son. She didn't have to work hardly at all. She worked when she wanted, where she wanted. And I was like, what's wrong with this picture? She's younger than me. She's making more money than me, and she's driving her free car, and she has tons of flexibility, and she works from home. And I'm like, I need whatever you have because I'm tired of my life. So I decided, what the heck, I'll start Mary Kay. I'll work 2 hours a week and make, a couple $100 a month. That's all I had time for, because I'm working 80 hours a week. So I started Mary Kay. It was really fun. I loved it. And 2 months later, after I started, I didn't know this, but I lost my job on Friday the 13th, 2012. Yeah, almost 4 years ago. 2 months after I started, I lost my job. Well, thank God, Mary Kay was kind of a backup plan for me. Well, it instantly moved to the only plan that I had. I had to replace my income, my $50,000 a year income from my job on my sales money, and that's exactly what I did. So I don't know any other job that would say, oh, you can go to full-time, go ahead and replace your income because you lost your other job. No, they don't do that. But I'm glad I had a backup plan. So Mary Kay was backup plan, we went to the only plan. Well, actually, fast forward, I did this full-time, loved it. It's been awesome ever since, but fast forward about 3 years, I've earned 2 free cars, had this awesome promotion as a sales director, which I love my job. I love my business. And so then my husband at the time was, an alcoholic and very, 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 very verbally abusive. I would come, you can't believe what I went through. I would come home to him screaming at me and yelling at me and kicking me out every weekend, and I never knew what kind of mood he was going to be in. He was just all over the place. And so I would come home to him like fall down drunk. I'm talking like he could not even walk. So you can't believe the stories. I don't even want to tell them. They're really bad. So I had to experience this. My friends were like, Erin, please get out of this marriage. It is so bad for you. So finally, thank God I developed confidence because of my Mary Kay business. I didn't come into this thinking I need confidence. No, but it just kind of happened along the way. I became a better person along the way. So on May 31st of this year, he says, or last year, he says, I want to go ahead and get a divorce. I'm like, oh, great. So I had to take literally 2 months pretty much off of work. I really couldn't work hardly at all in June or July because I was my life was about ready to completely change and it ripped my life out from underneath me that I've known for 13 years. So I had to look for a place to live. It took me 10 days and I had to pack up my house. 13 years of packing. It took me a whole month to do it. So really didn't work much in June and July. First I moved out, so I had boxes stacked in my house. I couldn't work when I had boxes. I can't even find my clothes. So I couldn't call any customers or anything. It was a mess in June and July. So basically I got to take off 2 months, and I don't know any job that would have ever allowed me to do that. So if you work a corporate job now and something happened to you like that, what if something happened where your child got really sick or broke both of their legs, and you had to take off for a couple months to take care of them, or an ailing parent or something like that, or anything could have happened to your job. your husband gets in a car accident and you can't work because you have to take care of him. You know, what would happen to you if you had to take off work for 2 months, 6 months, a year? Would you be able to support yourself and not lose everything? Most people can't say that. And most people are about one paycheck away from losing everything or going bankrupt. So I'm so glad that I had this business to take care of me. I was still driving a free car. I was still earning phenomenal income those 2 months where I wasn't working. So yeah, that's pretty much my story. So there's a lot of different reasons why people start Mary Kay. There's about 5 or 6 main reasons. Number one is the money. We earn incredible money. We earn a 50% profit off of everything we sell from day one. Like some other companies say you're like 10, 20, 30%. We earn 50% right off the bat. So until forever. And also we have reorders. I love my reorders. I have so many customers that always texting me, Erin, I need this, Erin, I need that. So I'm always making money on my reorders, okay? So, and yesterday between Karen and I, we sold about $1,100 in 2 hours. Can you imagine? Oh, that was a lot of money we made yesterday. At our skincare class, it was really awesome. So we get lots of recognition with Mary Kay. They're very big on recognition because most women don't ever hear, you're doing such a great job. Thanks for everything you do at your job. We love having you here. What would we do without you? We wouldn't have a job without you. You don't hear that every day. And they give us lots of prizes. This is a beautiful diamond ring. I had another one, but the diamond fell out. So, but I've earned about $4,000 in carats and diamonds from Mary Kay. So I love my rings, and I've earned all kinds of stuff. I've earned an iPad, I've earned a flat screen TV, I've earned tons of designer handbags and jewelry and, I don't know, luggage and everything. So we get lots of stuff quarterly, monthly, weekly, yearly. And also we have a very flexible schedule at Mary Kay. We get to be our own boss. So if we want to work 2 hours a week, we can work 2 hours a week, and some people want to work 10 hours a week, okay? I have a friend who just earned a car working 8 hours a week in Mary Kay. She's a nursing student. She lives way out in the middle of nowhere, and she's 22, just earned a car. It's really exciting. So we also have incredible tax write-offs. Oh my gosh, everything in Mary Kay is a tax write-off. Your mileage is tax write-off, your internet, your phone, your rent or part of your rent. Every time you buy coffee or food, everything turns into a tax write-off. My own skincare and my own makeup is a tax write-off also. And all of my demos, tax write-off. Everything is. So it's pretty awesome. And then we have, let's see, the confidence. The confidence that you get to build in women is unexplainable. To see how people go from this to this, they become more confident people, and they become a better wife and a better mother and a better sister, and just because of what this business does. So now you've watched the video, you've heard about my story. So tell me what kind of questions you have. I'm going to give you 2 tickets for each question you have about our company or our culture or whatever.
And I want to do it now.
I know, you should.
Well,
you should have nice people.
What am I thinking?
I know.
It's like, I'm
Right.
on disability, and so it's like, we can't work.
Yes,
full
you
time.
can.
No,
You
we
can make
can't.
$7,000
No,
a
okay,
year.
one of those. We can work, but like, I can't go working like what I used to do. Like, the doctor just says no. So stuff like this is like, even for you, it's like
perfect.
right up our alley.
Mhm, exactly. We can make up to $7,000.
Right.
But with all these tax write-offs, you really are making so much less on paper.
Oh, I
You
know.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Free
that's
enterprise.
We're gonna have to get on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly,
I
would you
listen, I'm
ever-
doing it again. I gotta stop. I'm good at getting
It's
sick.
okay.
You always say
You really have a lot of qualities that would be
She does.
great as a consultant. And I
She
told you
definitely
earlier,
does.
you really
She's
do.
awesome.
I think you're the
I love
one
that.
who, I think, was you the one who said, I would like to, but I'm not.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you told me that, and I want to address that too. That's a great question. I'm going to give you 2 tickets for talking about that, about not being the
You
sales
sell a
rep.
lot of things even though it's not, you talk about a lot of things because you believe in it. You
Yeah,
have
and I do
passion.
have the 7.
If you believe in it, I do believe that you can sell anything.
Yeah, it's true.
And with, especially with our personality is pretty crazy, but yeah, take Wall Street.
I like that.
I'm not crazy.
And
That's
people
good.
embrace you are crazy. You know what that means? That means you don't conform to
That's right.
society's
That's
standards
right.
of
Normal
what
is just
is
not even
normal.
cool.
What is Don't get me on my business.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Well, I want to address the disability thing because some people just rely on that like that's going to be your only income.
Right, and I don't want that to be because
Never.
I don't.
No.
I told my doctor, I said, I've got to get back to work, but I've got to get through some other things too right now. And he was like, well, we'll have to see about that. So anything easy to get on, not on the table, but something that you can do that's not going to totally mentally stress you out. It's awesome.
Well, yeah, and would you rather be stifled making a very small income the rest of your life, or do you actually want to do more for yourself and make way more money than you could ever make on disability? You
Right.
know, that's something to think about. And also, as far as the sales type, you know, we don't look for the sales type. It's great when people say, well, I'm not the sales type. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We want relationship builders, okay? I build relationships with my customers. I have awesome customers all over here, and I get they help me through my divorce. I mean, I really have a very strong bond with them and a strong connection, and they're my customers for life. I never ever have to sell this product. It sells itself.
Yeah, I like that about the, and I hadn't thought about that, the reorders.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get the same sale that you had to put like time into, and then the time drops down to 15 minutes. Right, well, you know, because then it's just the time it takes to order that, place the order, and unpack it and deliver it.
I know.
That's the time just dropped way down to nothing, yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. It takes you a little more time to get the initial order, but then, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times they continue to reorder all year long. I will have, it's called residual income. I will have residual income on my customers and my team members for the rest of my life, okay? Also, I forgot to talk about the cars. Mary Kay, one of the most important things we have is our cars. I want to address that. Like I said, being a single woman, it's important for me to drive a very safe, reliable new car that I don't have to pay for. Because I can't tell you how many people I hear, my car's ready to break down. Okay, I hear that all the time. And so do you want to drive an old beater car, or do you want to drive a really nice brand new car from Mary Kay for free? When I pick up my cars, I picked up 2 cars so far, I'm working on my 3rd one, but when I pick up my cars, I pay zero, okay? They pay for the tax, the title, the license, the registration. All I pay for is they pay 85% of the insurance, and they also pay for oil changes. So I pay all I pay for is gas, okay? It's really awesome. And it's a write-off. Well, my mileage is a write-off. Yeah, I use mileage, it's better than gas. But yeah, I mean, the car program is amazing. And they don't just have the pink Cadillacs, you heard about pink Cadillacs, but they also have a Chevy Cruze for consultants. My friend who lives way in the middle of nowhere, she earned a Chevy Cruze as a consultant working 8 to 10 hours a week. That's incredible. She lives in Nowheresville.
But if she decides what Mary Kay does, she does it.
That's a good question.
Question.
You would have to really.
I mean, I'm not saying that.
Why would you quit?
Well, I know.
Okay,
Just
that's a
curious
good
on how that
question.
works.
Yeah, especially the hard part is getting all your customer base down.
Right, what happens if your
How does
customers
that-
start going down? Like, let's say you don't quit. Let's say it happens if you get out there and you've got, like, you built 4 parties and all of a sudden nobody's there. And you won this car, but you don't have the stamina to keep up with what you had. So then what happens?
Well, that's a good question. I actually knew someone who kind of stopped working her business and
They
she
tell
still
marketing. You
kept
know,
her
you
car.
make 5 sales
eventually.
and all of a sudden you make none, you lose your commission.
Well, that's an interesting question. But no, it would take you a while to lose that car. You'd have
It
to.
takes a while to get it. I mean, gives you build off of it.
You're going to find so many more people to replace. Even if you lose customers, you're going to find plenty more to replace them. So I have never worried about losing my car. I've never lost a car.
I think we should, I'm not being negative.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
things
on
do
a
happen.
customer losing them thought line, are you able to have sales on your own? Like, if sales have been business has been kind of slack, can you have a spontaneous sale?
Sure,
Like
that's a
10%
great
off, or
question.
Valentine's coming up, or something like that.
I do that all the time. In fact, we have meetings every Monday night here. Okay, we are very much more about training and educating our consultants on how to be successful. Okay, how to move up the career path, how to earn free cars, how to become a sales recruiter, how to just have a business. So I do tons of sales, probably 1 a month or one every other month with my customers. I'll have a BOGO sale. I'll have a, buy one, get one. I'll have a 20% off. I do a special birthday sale with my customers. I'm telling you, I do all kinds of stuff for my customers. And they love it. They love getting that because they don't get that with Estee Lauder or Clinique. They don't have, Clinique doesn't deliver, at the parking lot. One of my customers met me in the parking lot today because I ordered a product.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, I met her like, 9 o'clock at night. So yeah, we do a lot for our customers that the other places don't do. So that's a great question.
How'd you guys meet?
We met.
I won a drawing.
Yeah,
actually
she did.
for a free facial, and she just talked me into it.
Yep, and so we
want
talked
her.
and we
Didn't
talked
show you
and
first, mine.
it was.
Yeah.
And she decided this was something she should do. And then, my gosh, after she sold 7 satin hand sets, I'm like, whoa, you can do anything. If you can sell 7 satin hand sets, you can do anything.
Thanks, Kim.
She's gonna have a smooth answer the rest
I
of
only did
her
2.
life.
So no, she did 6 of those without, she did 5 of those without me. So
Well,
I did 2.
she's still amazing. She's awesome.
She started dieting to buy them. That's what
She
she did.
did.
That's, you know that who guys are right around
you know, Dave?
Valentine's and every
Yeah.
holiday
Yes.
and birthday.
Her brother. His brother.
Yeah. What other questions do you have? What'd you think about the video?
It was long.
I didn't think it was very long at all.
No, it
Yeah, she
wasn't
said
as
it
long
had-
as in boring, but I watched the whole thing.
I watched it while I was working out on the treadmill.
Awesome.
All right, and I
Long
was
doesn't mean it's
texting
boring. I
like
just meant it was
1,500
longer,
different
like-
people. I was lost.
Whatever,
Yeah,
you weren't even
I
watching.
just watched it.
I
I
did.
did watch on the bike.
I already knew about the car.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
give you a ticket.
thing I talk about right away.
I think it was very it was very
inspiring.
Yeah, they
I
were.
liked
listening
listening
to
to
your
your
guys'
guys'
stories.
stories.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Because you're the
It's
third
encouraging.
story that I've heard,
Aw.
And Kayla's was a lot the same. She has a daughter with special needs, so she had to quit her job. And yeah,
I'm really
Yeah.
surprised you asked.
I know you hear this all the time because Logan fed it to Kayla all the time. I don't have time right now. I'm going through a divorce. I'm a full-time parent because I have full custody, and I work a 50-hour-week job. Honestly, I have an hour a day to go to the gym, and then I go to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have time right now. But it is something that I've talked to someone about. But.
If I can give you any advice, if you ever do decide you want to join, you would need to join with your consultant. Okay, that's number one. We don't ever take anyone's customers.
Yeah.
We're very big about that. That's called the golden rule. But also, we're God first, family second, and career third.
Yeah.
That's something we really pride ourselves on. But what I wanted to say is that you can do this on the go. So you don't have to have gobs of time. In fact, how much time, on an average, do you all think it would take if you were to start Mary Kay